Om Shanti. This is the Sakarmali of 5th of August 2022. Essence, sweet children, there is very little time left. Therefore, do spiritual business. The best business is to remember the Father and your inheritance. Everything else is wrong business. Now question is, what concern should you children have? Answer, how to reform souls who have been spoiled, to liberate everyone from sorrow and to show them the path to happiness for 21 births and to give everyone the Father's true introduction. You children should be concerned about all of this. Now song is, no one is unique like the innocent Lord. In Hindi, भोलेनाथ से निराला कोई और नहीं. Now Bapdada is giving us yet prayer. Bapdada says, to the sweetest, beloved, long lost, now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the mother, the father, Bapdada. The spiritual father says, Namaste to the spiritual children. Now we spiritual children say, Namaste to the mother, the father, Bapdada. Now essence for dhyana. First point, become very, very, very sweet. Remove even the slightest trace of anger. Become merciful like the Father and be ready to do service. Now second point, death is just ahead. It is now your stage of retirement. Therefore, remember the Father and the inheritance. Use everything of yours in a worthwhile way to do the service of making Bharat into the kingdom of Rama. Now blessing. May you sacrifice even the slightest trace of body consciousness and become exceedingly strong. May you sacrifice even the slightest trace of body consciousness and become exceedingly strong. Now blessing explanation. The biggest weakness is the body consciousness. The subtle progeny of the body consciousness is very big. To sacrifice body consciousness means to surrender the slightest trace, ansh, and also its progeny, vansh. Only those who have kept the slightest trace of body consciousness hidden anywhere, if you consider this consciousness to be self-respect, then although you may be able to see some temporary victory, it would be defeat in the long term. Now slogan is, I didn't desire it, Ichha, but I liked it, Acha. This too is the stage of being in a life of bondage. I didn't desire it, Ichha, but I liked it, Acha. This too is the stage of being in a life of bondage. Now there are invaluable versions of Mateshwariji of 1956. The first topic is, the meaning of godly knowledge is to die alive. This imperishable knowledge is said to be godly knowledge. The purpose of this knowledge is to die alive, and this is why only a handful out of multi-millions has the courage to take this knowledge. We know that this knowledge enables us to make our lives. Whatever we hear, we become that in the practical way. Baba says, Mateshwariji says, no sage, holy man or great soul can give us this knowledge. Those people would not say Man Manabhav. Only God can give this direction. Man Manabhav means have yoga with me. If you have yoga with me, I will make you free from sins and give you the sovereignty of paradise. This Baba says. You will go and rule there, and this is why this knowledge is for becoming the king of all kings. To take this knowledge is an expensive deal. To take this knowledge means to die alive in one go. To take the knowledge of the scriptures is a very cheap deal. There you have to die repeatedly. because they do not give God's knowledge. And this is why Baba says, whatever you need to do that now. Then this business will not remain. Now, second point, God is the truth, the living being, and the embodiment of bliss. The Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, is also called the truth, the living being, and the embodiment of bliss. Why is the Supreme Soul said to be the truth? Because he is imperishable and immortal. He can never be false. He is immortal and eternal. God is also said to be the living being. Living means God also has a mind and intellect. He is called knowledgeful and peaceful. He is teaching us knowledge and yoga. This is why God is also called the living being. Although he is beyond birth and does not take a physical birth as we souls do, God does have to take the body of Brahma alone in order to give us this knowledge and peace. And Baba says, it is because he is the living being that he is teaching us this knowledge and yoga through that mouth. God is also said to be the embodiment of truth, the embodiment of bliss, and the embodiment of happiness. God is filled with all of these virtues, and this is why God is said to be bestower of sorrow. No. He is constantly a treasure store of happiness and bliss. Since his virtue is that of giving happiness and bliss, how could he cause sorrow for our souls? Now, third topic is the Supreme Soul is Karan Karavan Har. Many people believe that the eternal world drama that is being played out is all created by God. This is why they say that nothing is in the hands of human beings, that the Lord is Karan Karavan Har, that God does everything, that both the parts of happiness and sorrow have been created by God. What would you call the intellects of such people? First of all, it is essential for them to understand that the predestined lay of the world continues automatically. It is also said that God does everything. God is said to be Karan Karavan Har. Which authority has been given this name? These things have to be understood. First of all, you have to understand that it is the eternal law of this world, and that is predestined. Just as God is eternal, so the cycle is also imperishable and eternally created from the beginning to the end. It is understood that a seed has the knowledge of the tree, and it is understood that the tree has the seed within it. The two are understood, combined, and imperishable. What is the task of the seed? It has to be sown, and the tree will then emerge from it. If the seed is not sown, the tree cannot grow. God is also the seed of this whole world, and God's part is to sow the seed. God himself says, I am God. My name is God. When I carry out my supreme task, my world is such that I myself sow the seed of when I become an actor. I bring about the beginning and also the end of the world. I become an actor, one who acts by himself, and sow the seed. I bring about the beginning at the time of sowing the seed, and then there is also the seed of the end. The whole tree then takes the strength of the seed. Seed means to create and then to bring about its end. To bring about the end of the old world and to bring about the beginning of the new world is referred to as God doing everything. Acha Om Shanti.